Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome to the Thursday stream. It is Thursday, right? Yes, it is Thursday.
I hope so, or my schedule is all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, well, I don't remember my schedule at all, so...
My schedule is the only way I remember what day of the week it is.
Yeah... Anyway, welcome to the Thursday stream, everybody. We are back on Agaris. We are back with a lying in bedman. We are back with a lot of progress done since last stream, as a matter of fact. Or a decent amount, at the very least.
Progress, certainly.
Well, yeah,
greater than zero progress.
Yeah, greater than zero. Also, I have found out some things.
Oh no.
Not bad things. Well, depends how you classify bad things. But, like, somewhat. Anyway, the pipelines mod, right?
Is irreconcilably broken.
No, it's fine.
It's incompatible with this mod.
No.
Travels 15 feet.
No. The pipelines are unidirectional.
Right?
They have one direction of flow. So in order to design it so that we want items to go back and forth, we have to build two pipelines. Whereas if we only want items to go to a place, we need to build one.
Conversely, a fleet of airborne delivery drones are omnidirectional.
But they take longer.
But omnidirectional. Also, they look cooler.
But, well, I don't know. The pipelines look pretty cool.
The pipelines are a big tube. Come on.
They're a big tube, but they still look pretty cool.
Oh yes, let me go stare at my incredibly awesome looking plumbing. Said no one ever.
Well...
The only cool kind of plumbing is the kind of plumbing that makes spacecraft go up, that's it. And even that is mostly because there's fire coming out of one end.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. But yeah. At the end of the day, the pipelines are more functional than aesthetic. But it does mean that if we want to build, like, a system that, Brain gone. I had words and I do not have words anymore. Yay. Oh well.
You know, I'm feeling like my Raven is maybe a little bit underdressed for the situation today.
A little bit underdressed? How come?
Yeah, like, it's Pride Month. I feel like Russell should get in on this. Like, Russell is a very pretty burb. Surely Russell should have some decor.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea.
There we go. Pride Russell, everybody. There's also an emote to represent this if you feel like using that.
I think they've already found it, lying.
Oh, they've noted. Yes, Espa has definitely noticed the emote quite a bit. I'm with lying on this. You have good aesthetic, but lying is right. Why, thank you, NickMatt97 on Twitch.
No, I do agree that the drones look better, but at the end of the day, the pipelines need to be constructed at some point. Hi, Luca. Yeah, I've done a decent amount.
Is this your doing, by any chance? There is something here at the Iron Bazaar, which is certainly not mine.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that, lying. What do you mean by something?
It looks like something that the Separatist Alliance would use against the Jedi. Also, congrats, Luca.
Oh, congrats, Luca. Congratulations. Congratulations on marriage. It is an institution, I think.
If I had to guess, I'd say this is an unknown signal that landed square in the main area of the Iron Farm.
Congratulations. What did you get?
I don't know. I thought you did this. I thought this was some kind of prank.
Oh.
You see, I see you are clothed. Yes, Dusty. I am in fact composed of at least 2 things. There's no button on this. There's just a battery, a power... This literally says, built by Lucian.
Damn it! I was hoping it wouldn't say that. Well, I was hoping that it wouldn't say that, and I was hoping that you'd just open it, because there's little lore stuff in there. There's a cargo container in the middle.
Yeah, I've noticed that now. I've gotten to that part of the,
There's a data pad in there as well. Unfortunately, like, I can't really have it say not built by Lucian, because...
Not about using creative mode, anyways.
Well, yeah. I flew over in the Orion earlier on, which I did find out, when at 100% fuel, can make it to and from the iron mine.
Good to know.
As long as
How much does it have at the end of that?
As long as I leave it to recharge while I'm at the iron mine, it gets to around about 25% fuel by the time I've landed. By the time I've gone through everything in order to land, I should say.
Let's see. Datapad name, A Gift. We've noticed you have a lengthy construction project ahead of you, so we've decided to lend a hand, courtesy of the United Colonies of Agaris. Okay. In what fashion are they lending me a hand?
Well,
And
what
lead
else
welder, is that it?
I'd say there's a pretty decent hand.
Yeah, I'd say it's also fairly likely that at some point this save will crash again and I'll lose it.
I mean, you
Am
can
I
always
wrong?
buy another one.
Can I, though?
Yeah.
Oh, that was satisfying.
I mean, giving you a bit behind the scenes, I bought that welder from the stop and go while I was over there.
So you bought it from 1.8 kilometers from me.
Yeah, basically.
I could walk over there.
Yep.
That's like buying somebody a birthday gift from their workplace.
How do I do this, Nick? Lying and I are 30 kilometers apart. How do you build it?
Build a missile. I'm sure it won't hoodwink you in any fashion whatsoever.
I mean, I could build a
You apparently
missile.
also painted the block it was under.
Yeah, I did. I did that by accident. I mean, I could build a missile, but, like, I don't want to destroy the Iron Bazaar.
I guess you could target it for the truckleweed and help him out at some point.
I'd rather not destroy the truckleweed either.
It is definitely our most useful, like, utility craft, I'll give you that.
At the moment, yeah. Nick just wants murder.
Nick also wants 3 minutes of witch voice.
It's July that's Gay Wrath Month, isn't it? Yeah.
Did I say Nick's resub was loud? Was over loud the sound? Well, let me see. We've got Russell in Pride attire. Russell over there is actually no, wait, no, Pride Russell or Prussell, I guess. Is currently waving the general LGBT pride kind of flag. He also has the bisexual flag in face paint. So, pride burp.
Pride burp, pride burp.
Shows the burp. Let me see if I can make this larger. Expand burb a little bit.
Expand the burb.
Yep. There we go. Little a bit keyed out, not gonna lie, but unfortunately when you have to combine chroma keying and the rainbow, something is gonna get lost in translation.
Yeah.
But there is meant to be a green line in there. So.
Somewhere. It's just invisible now.
Unfortunately, there's like 3 main colors that are used for keying, which are red, green, and blue. All 3 of which are in this damn flag. So.
It's funny because whenever I'm like chroma keying, I actually have to use red a lot more than I use green.
Yeah, red is not used too much in like cinema for the simple reason that humans are pink. So.
Yeah. Like, the main reason I have to use red is because a lot of the overlays that I use that need chroma keying are in, like, cyan blue. Which is just red and green. Not red and green, like blue and green. So it's just like, this is gonna bleed all the color out of this. I have to use red.
I don't know how to explain this. Well, the little treat is a bag of heroes that I keep in my office on my desk. I'm the only person that has access to this as far as I'm aware. And yet somehow there's an empty twirl wrapper in it.
Wait, what?
There's just like an empty twirl wrapper in here, and I don't know where that's come from. Because I haven't had a twirl out of this.
Has Fuzz snuck in and stolen a treat?
I presume, but I expect they'd, like, ask.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't ask when it comes to sweets. Gotta be honest. But then again, most of the sweets are mine, so.
Let me get my timer up here. Alright, stopwatch is going. I see we're in Pride Wear today also. Of course.
Okay.
It's the second day of Pride, after all. And in the dead middle of Pride, we come together to all worship me and my greatness. Sorry, that's just straight narcissism rather than actual
Nick is
being
just
a witch.
screaming for murder in my chat. Don't worry, we'll get there, Nick. We'll get there.
Oh yeah. Oh, and joy, it's night. So, of course, we're gonna spend the entire stream in pitch blackness.
It is not nighttime here yet.
Lucky you. Must be so nice. But yes, I have done a large amount. Well, I've done mostly tidying work over here. This might be easier for you than Spectator, actually. Come to think of it, it will also use less of my hydrogen. Oh. So, the pipeline has now been properly tied up, so everything goes neatly where it's supposed to, and only where it's supposed to.
Sorry.
There? Okay, no, that's fine. I have also added a landing pad for the drone, so it has a nice little comfy place to sit. And I have actually, finally, devotedly gotten the water line cooked up, so consequently we now have hydrogen power, which is very significant because otherwise we didn't actually have enough power to power the drones, as we found out the first time we tried to make them fly. But it's fine. This was intended to be a much more substantial power supply, except for the mild problem that we're basically completely depleted on nickel. So I'm gonna have to find a solution for that, but I'm sure we can think of one. Right, chat? Right? I'm sure your busy little minds can put together some idea.
Well, that's annoying. The map to globe site is down for me for some reason. I cannot see where everything is. Well, okay.
We could always make a drone with an ore detector at max range and just send that on a nice little loop-de-loop.
Well, yeah, but that'll take a while.
True. We could also just run it around the planet until it encounters someone that wants to shoot it, and then presume that they're guarding something useful.
Well, I know the vague direction that the nickel mine is in. It's just getting there and, like, getting there with a craft that actually has the ability to combat whatever decides to come after us. So, yeah.
Well, I'm going to start off by just shoving a drill on the side of the truckleweed, because apparently all of my solutions to problems involve chucking something on the truckleweed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what can I say? It's an effective solution.
I don't know about that, but sure.
It's effective, not efficient, but effective. There we go. You guys got 23 extra seconds of witch voice there. All for free. But if I can just get some nickel going, then it's a start. I need more nickel to solve my shortage of nickel, so one way or the other.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the survival kit moved over here. We've got the beds down this handy little convenient corridor. And we even have system displays showing what's going on here at the Iron Bazaar. So power consumption and generation and like actual inventory supplies and such. Which is to say, this place is already smarter than than the harbor.
I mean, the harbor is mostly analog, but pretty much all of the lower sorters have been set up now, and I still need to build some of the upper sorters, but most of those are ready as well. So, going pretty well. We're getting there.
Hey, Irving. I'm here lying, you have Nick. Oh dear. I mean, welcome. Always good to have you around. Your presence is always a treat. Here we go. I don't know why the United Colonies decided to send me a welder on the basis of I generally just tend to like shove things in front of a welder anyways. In fact, I have septupled. That's seven, isn't it?
7 times? Yeah.
What is sextupled? Is that sextupled?
No. Sextuple is 6. Heptuple
Okay, well,
is 7.
I have very heavily sextupled all of the welders over here, so I can practically just like stick a projector on the back of the truckleweed and just drive forward slowly to create something new. Okay, well, yep, battery charge 100%, very good. Let's get the headlights on.
What do I need for this? I need motors. Why do I?
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Okay, just glue this right
Now with what
here.
the game needs fishing.
Fishing minigame when?
I believe that there is like a fish mod that ties into one of the like food mods for Space Engineers, but it's like a block that takes fish out of water, not an actual fishing mod.
Pity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more than about time that I added some kind of underside lights to this thing. Just because I cannot see anything beneath me.
I think this episode I'm gonna run a pipeline over to the cobalt mine.
Right.
just so that we have like direct cobalt access. But we're still gonna need a drill system over there because we don't have one yet.
I mean, if I can solve this nickel problem for the time being, I can probably get to work on that.
Yeah. Hey, Pyro. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty good day. Also, happy Pride to everybody in my chat and in Lion's chat. I hope you're all enjoying the month of gaiety, if you will. Yeah.
What's my inventory like on this? Only ice. Okay, plenty of room for rocks then.
Thank you for the 100 bits, old Grumpy. Thank you very much.
Right, we have Russell, all dressed up and fancy. We have me being exceptionally gay, because why wouldn't I be? It's my birthday. Then we also have a new Pride emote in my chat for the tier 1 subs, and also on the Discord. So, Pride everywhere.
Pride.
University Win, the magical talking raven that's spying on you for a mischievous witch, is also by.
Right, let's see. I need steel plates.
I wonder if I could use this to, like, start
is it actually your birthday, Flying?
This month, yeah.
Remember. Yeah, it is this month.
14th.
14th, right, yes.
Dead middle.
Dead middle. Which is my birthday next month. I like how you have your birthday during Pride Month. I have my birthday during Wrath Month.
I will say, when I was designing Russell's little Pride get-up there, the talking animation, I could not look at it without thinking that he was yelling, "No cops at Pride." It's just kind of got that look to it.
Well, it wouldn't be inaccurate.
Yeah. First Pride was a riot and all that.
Yep. Yeah, Grumpy. They're flat fish. They're 2D.
Excuse you, I've been spending a lot of money to grow these.
What, fish?
Oh, fish. Right, never mind.
Okay.
Sorry, I was thinking of a different kind of I was thinking of a different kind of fillet.
Okay.
I think there's actually a decent idea of me combining this this cruise control script with drills and making an actual, like, road paver. That'd be an interesting idea. I'm about to bump into a tree, but I'm going at 0.6 meters per second, so it's probably fine.
Probably.
Be gone, tree. I compel thee. Please?
I compel thee. Please? Please?
It's a fairly robust tree, what can I say? A fairly substantial piece of wood. Pretty girthy, actually, as well. It's like half the width of the chuckleweed itself.
Incredible. You see what I have to deal with, chat?
No, because I'm 30 kilometers away. So the only way they would know would be if they came over to my channel at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon, and then they wouldn't have to worry about you at all.
Wow. Rude. Rude lying. How dare you?
Right, well, this is extremely shallow mining, but I am definitely getting rock. Should at least get me enough to get some motors put together.
Fair enough. Thank you, Pyro.
Is there any way to get like a large area spotlight put together?
A large area spotlight?
Well, just like
I
something that
mean,
means that I don't have to worry about it being pitch black at night every stream.
I mean, the best thing you can really get is, it's, well, searchlight. I mean, I could install a, mod for that, but there's already quite a lot of mods on this world.
I suppose alternatively, I could just cheat.
Yeah, you could.
I could just adjust the daylight offset.
You could. We have a sleep mod for that, but sure.
But it doesn't work when you're 30 kilometers apart.
Yeah. Well,
And if memory serves, that's the abject maximum the mod even allows for.
no. 15 kilometers is the maximum.
I think that is enough stone for the time being. Become the sun. Tell you what, chat, for 15 quid, I will usurp the sun. How's that?
You will usurp
Hey, it's
the
pride.
sun.
Give your local LGBT streamers money.
I don't know if we
Didn't see
really
that.
count as local, though.
In what fashion?
Like, when you say local, you usually mean like the person in the corner shop just down the street, right?
I
But, like-
guess. Although for me, the corner shop was next door.
Well, the point still stands. Like, do we count as local, considering that we have an international audience, technically?
We're playing Space Engineers. This is literally the local planet.
Yeah, I guess. Hi, Mr. Bobbington. Because that far apart, wouldn't it mean one goes to sleep at night and wakes up in the day, the other sleeps in daylight and wakes up in the night? Probably the
Frequently,
reasonable
yes,
limit.
actually.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the sun sets over lying about 5 minutes before it sets over me. So.
There we go. Get some motors going. Only about 20 of them, but hey, it's progress.
Yeah.
Alright. Now let me see. The easiest way that I can think of to at least temporarily solve the shortage of nickel is to more or less make another drill. Now, fortunately for me, the way I've laid this place out, that's not too hard because I can just branch off of that conveyor tube there, and send it off at a 90-degree angle to the original one, and it will be nowhere near the ore deposit, so it will only get rock. At some point, I do want to make an actual like mining drone that can handle all of this without me ever having to touch it ever again. But I need nickel to do that, so one way or the other.
The planet is 120 kilometers in diameter, Nick.
Oh.
Which, when you think about planets, realistically isn't actually that big.
Oh no.
But,
no.
you know.
Like, I don't know how big... I don't know what the diameter of Earth is, but it's pretty huge. How do you know? Lucian chose the mod pack?
Yeah, I
Easiest
chose
answer.
the size of the planet in question.
Earth is
Earth is
30,000 kilometers
30,000.
apparently? Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Heal. Okay, I have good hydrogen and... Okay, right. Let's see. Need a bigger junction to split this. I guess I could just... I guess that theoretically this could just be a T-junction, come to think of it.
Yeah, you use T-junctions more because, like, conveyor junctions are, yeah, they're a massive hit on performance for some reason.
Yeah.
God knows why.
I mean, in theory, there's slightly more than a T-junction, but yeah. They're effectively two T-junctions meshed together.
Yeah.
Did I do Witch Voice or not? Yes, I did. In fact, I did 20 extra seconds of Witch Voice because I was not looking at the stopwatch.
12,742 kilometers in diameter. Yeah, that makes sense.
Go, get that back together. I would like to set this thing up so that it actually, like, stops mining when it detects the storage is full, but... realistically, that's unlikely to ever happen.
Yeah.
So... if I did that, the thing would just never run, honestly. Six tubes.
Yeah, I'm setting up a small mining system for the warehouse area to get some stone as well.
Just space engineers things, really.
Very much.
Here we go. I do like the reinforced tubes. If nothing else, they do actually make this place look a lot more reinforced. More structurally sound.
I do like them. I do wish that they just had, like, glass paneling over the front so that they'd actually be airtight, but no.
Yeah, that would be nice. But... hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
We're on a planet, where do we need air?
Well, space is a thing, unfortunately. Like, if I could get away with all of the vehicles that I have that use subgrid doors and stuff being airtight, I would. I wish that there was a way to do that, but...
I mean, I guess it's just always handy to be able to, like, bulkhead seal off parts of your ship.
yeah.
How much nickel did that run manage to get me? About 40. Oh, lord.
You don't get much.
Yeah,
You
it
do
takes
get an
1.6
nickel
per motor as well, so... Oh, it's getting a bit brighter, by which I mean it's getting foggy. Okay, rotor and to piston. Spinny thing into pushy thing.
Just pondering to myself. Okay.
How's your week been, by the way?
Well.
It's a bad
Yes.
start. That feels like a bad start.
Yeah, it's been a ups and downs. I got a new app on my phone, which is called Too Good To Go. Which basic.
I swear I've heard of that before.
You probably have. If you're poor like me, you probably have.
Right? Yep. I think I maybe I might have had that on my phone as well at some point then.
Yeah, it's basically a case. It's basically a way for shops at the end of the workday to go, okay, we have this and this and this left over. We can sell it off for cheap. And, for example, shops like Morrison's can sell off bags full of no longer able to display items, so past display date items, on that app for cheap. So, like yesterday, I went out and I got myself a massive bag full of vegetables for £3, which is like pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
And like the idea is basically to reduce food waste.
But also it means poor people can eat.
Yeah, that too. And they don't have to go dumpster diving for a small fee. Which, you know, my mum and other members of my family used to go dumpster diving when I was younger. And that was fine until the supermarket found out, and then they started slashing open all of the products that got thrown away.
Now that's wasteful.
Yep. Yeah, basically that, Pyro. So it's a relatively useful app, except for the fact that you don't know what you're going to get. It's like you get a random assortment of things. You do not get a selection, which isn't great if you're allergic to something or can't eat something.
Or you're a picky eater, like many autistic and neurodivergent people are.
That too. So basically, I got like 3 cases of strawberries in this bag.
Yeah.
2 massive sticks of rhubarb, which, what the hell am I gonna use rhubarb for? I'm gonna be honest.
Crumble.
I do not have the ingredients for crumble.
Okay, well, continue searching.
Exactly. What else? A massive leek. Just a single massive leek.
Ooh. I can make a lovely pasta dish with some leek.
Well, send me the recipe because I still don't know what to do with it. A courgette, which I will not touch.
Really?
I hate courgettes. Possibly something to do with childhood, but yeah. Despise
Childhood
courgettes.
trauma.
Yeah, childhood courgette-related trauma, yeah.
Yeah. You were misgendered. You were misgendered by a tuba.
Sure. What else? 2 packets of baby carrots, which actually, you know what, I'll take that. I don't mind
snack.
baby carrots. Good snack. What else? There was a packet of sweet potatoes and a small cluster of beetroot. So, you know, not a bad haul. I'm fairly sure I'm missing something, but like not a bad haul overall. And like for £3, pretty decent. But I also know that like, oh, and a bag of mushrooms. I hate mushrooms so much that I blank them out of my memory.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Not a fan either.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, okay, it's pretty good, but you don't get a choice as to what you get. So, Like, the thing is, other places do it as well, like restaurants and stuff. But the problem with restaurants is, like, I already feel like I pay too much for food. So, like, I pay £20 a week for food, total.
That's dramatically less than I do.
Oh.
Mine's closer to 100.
Yeah. Well, you have fuzz to feed as well, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, my general limit is £20 to £25 a week, basically. And within that region of things, it means that I can't really spend more than £3 a day on a meal-ish. Somewhere around that.
I would say that's pretty reasonable. Yeah.
So the idea of on the app spending like £5 for a meal is a little overpriced. And I know that sounds weird because realistically it's not overpriced. It's actually really underpriced compared to most takeaway. But it still feels overpriced.
Like, as a single, order from Domino's can be effectively an entire day's worth of, food cost.
Yeah. Like, not an entire day's worth, an entire week's worth for me. Like, a single order from Domino's can cost upwards of £25, and it's like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But yeah. Apologies to chat if I'm putting you off the stream by talking about my incredibly bad finances. But yeah. It is what it is. The world is not a kind place.
No.
Well, people try to be kind, but...
So donate to a local NB today.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go on another dirt run to get this drill going, because I've noticed that everything left in my build planner is purely motors.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay. I've been drilling for a little while now. How much nickel do I have? Ooh. I have 600 nickel. And I have 60k stone in my refinery. That's good. Okay. That'll run through for a little while, I think.
I might be able to attach a hydrogen tank to this place. That'd be helpful. Except that doing so would hide every single entry point for it.
Yeah, I get you. I get you, Pyro. I remember the days when... I've had it worse off than this. I will say that much. I've definitely had it worse off. Because I remember the days when I was living in a hostel with, sandwiches as my meals for every day. Because it was the cheapest thing I could afford. And those were not pleasant days. But, and I don't know that we've all been there, but I definitely feel like a lot of us these days have been in similar situations of we cannot afford anything because everybody is poor.
Welcome to the cost of living crisis.
Pretty much. But hey, apparently we're getting a £650 uplift.
Yep, that'll definitely definitely save us all.
Yeah, that'll definitely fix the problems that are inherent in the system.
A single lump sum is definitely the solution to an ongoing crisis.
Yeah. No. It definitely wouldn't have been a better idea to keep the £20 uplift.
Yep. But I will.
Oh, God. Sorry, chat. We're both me and
being
Lang
salty,
have
I guess.
been. Yeah, we've been on the benefits system for years at this point, and it's just steadily gotten worse. It's not great.
And it wasn't great to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. I need to.
There we go.
Okay. Hold on. Right, I need to start setting up the pipeline. To the place, yes, to the place.
The cobalt place.
The cobalt
Place with the place that's full of blue.
The place that is full of blue, yes. And in order to do that, I need to grind down this pipeline hub, turn it around so that I can actually see where I need to put it.
Man.
There we go. V. Okay.
I don't know if this is a universal thing, but Buzz and I both tend to get a little bit entranced by the moon at night.
I don't know
I don't know what exactly
Universal.
causes that.
I don't know about Universal, but like whenever I look out of the window and I see the moon, I'm like, moon. And then I just go back to whatever I was doing before.
On the UC back when it was job seekers, I was on working tax credit until they ostensibly folded that into UC. By comparison, I lived like a king under working tax credit.
I mean, yeah, it's not that bad nowadays, Pyro. Like, they won't... Okay, I say they won't sanction you for not putting a job noting in your journal if you've applied for one.
They will, however, demand that you take literally any position regardless of your qualifications if you haven't found one within a couple of months.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing to do during a recession.
The only reason that my work coach hasn't been demanding that I do exactly that is because I am currently under diagnosis for ADHD and I have a disability assessment running, so I can sort of get away with not doing that at the moment, but it's
I've had a doctor's note going through since, like, March.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out what's going on with that, by the way. Still not sure why every one of my joints hurts.
Yeah. Ain't great.
No.
But yeah, it's... Oh god. I thought it was daylight all of a sudden, but it's just the outline of the placement area for the pipelines that I've turned on. It's just massive green, like, spotlights, basically. Okay.
I'm gonna be very curious to see the trails that I've left in the grass around here when the sun comes up.
I need to figure out where I want to put this pipeline. How do I want this to work? I mean...
I swear the absolute most useful function I've ever created in Space Engineers is the cruise control function of this truck. Because I can literally just set it doing a thing and then just eat sweets on camera.
Pretty decent.
Mm.
Okay. I'm half tempted to set this up so that it go. Actually, no. Never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. I'm being an idiot. Okay, I have 1.8k nickel. Getting there.
This is not a full load, but it should hopefully suffice for the handful of motors I need.
So where is... This is the edge of it. Where is the wall? Somewhere over here. Oh, there it is.
You
Okay.
said that right as my connector hooked up, and that was bizarre.
Okay, so... Bearing that in mind...
Oh, yes, the way this is hooked up, chat, is that ores coming through from the quarry can never go past this point right here. But if I happen to have anything like stone from the truck, at this point it will be sucked back through. Which means that there is no situation whatsoever where a mining object can just shove the entire station full of stuff. Which is what happened the first time that we hooked up the cargo module.
Okay, so if I put this here...
52 motors. Should be enough.
One of the things that I did find out is that the pipeline hubs do not require power to actually link up.
Huh.
And after that, they power themselves. So that's good.
Convenient. Handy.
But I feel like I need to put a battery on these things anyway, just in case. I probably want to put this pipeline hub on a hinge. But I don't think well, it should work on a subgrid. I think, considering the way the rest of it works. No, I need interior place to build it. I was gonna say, it's not letting me put it on a hinge. This is confusing.
Okay. So you turn those off for the moment. Set that to there. What is the mine rotors? Speed. 1. There we Yo, secondary stone mine setup. Yay!
Congratulations.
And we've only just passed the first hour stream.
Ooh. Interesting.
Oh,
Strange behavior, but fine. And where is that coinciding? Is it reaching where I need it to reach? It will as long as I angle it properly. Okay.
usually 30 kilometers does not take you through most of the planet, but that's how small this planet is.
Yep. Okay, let me see. Looks like I'm gonna have to make several trips. Hmm?
Why do you have a series of industrial dildos?
What?
This is extremely phallic, Lucian.
I mean, what? They're pipeline towers. What did you expect me to do?
I mean, come to
Not-
think of it, your like ship is also pretty phallic.
Shut up! Everything looks phallic in a space game.
The planet doesn't.
No, the planet looks like a ball. If you put two of them together, it would look like a
your
pair
hangar
of balls.
that your hangar that your long phallic objects can slide into looks perfectly fine.
Shut up!
You're right down the middle there.
Oh, what are you like?
You're the one that built this.
I am the one that built this. You're the one that's making it filthy.
You made it. It's an efficient shape. I mean, for space travel, I guess. Look on the bright side. You didn't put anything glowy like in the center of the upper level, because otherwise that would absolutely be the clitoris.
Why are you like this? Why do you do this to me?
Entertainment value?
Yeah, I suppose. I can't deny that.
Right. How am I doing for nickel now?
That is true, Lydia.
60.
That is true. It is aerodynamic, unlike Lying's creations.
Cubes are efficient, what can I say?
Cubes are efficient and they don't go through air well. Yes.
Tell that to the Borg. Actually, wait, no. Every time a Borg cube has entered the atmosphere, it has gone to heck. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I let this run, and then I expand it slightly, and pray that I can get more nickel out of this than I need.
And I will hope that I can hook up this pipeline section properly.
Not really getting good purchase on the ground at this exact moment, so it's not picking up much stone at a time. But it's getting there. And that is the same exact design that I used over here, so it'll work is what I'm saying, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't even hit the bottom of the deposit yet. Jesus.
is enough of an angle to be able to just about... Yes, it is. Good.
Posture check.
Posture check. Thank you, Luca.
Mhm.
Why am I in green? Because it's the pipeline's placement area business stuff. Things. If I do this. Ooh. You should be connecting now.
Mhm.
How do pipelines work? I don't know.
Something
I'm
you maybe should have
confused.
asked before.
Well, I haven't tested these properly. Is it because there's a tree in the way? That can't be right. It's within the cone of vision.
Yes, Belbington, we are aware that the pipelines are one way, which is why my shipping drone is much better.
It's why I'm trying to figure out why this isn't connecting. Is it actually because there's a tree in the way? Yeah, that's why I turned the other pipeline around. Because they're one way. I'm confused. Why is this not connecting?
I can't even see where you are at the moment.
Currently, I'm in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Ah, that's why. If a Borg cube was to enter the atmosphere of a corner first, wouldn't that help, as it'd be like a cone pyramid? No.
Not really. That's
There's-
not really
there's a
how
reason
aerodynamics
things-
work.
Yeah, there's a reason that everything that goes through, like, the atmosphere is generally like a full-blown arrow shape.
Yeah.
The angles involved in a Borg cube would be effectively so blunt as to be completely worthless. Be like ramming into concrete.
Is it because the tolerances are too tight on this?
Isn't it mass/speed? Yes. Though the Borg cubes don't really have, like, visible thrust mechanisms, so I don't know how that would affect.
Thank you, Tuple Cipher, for the follow, and welcome to the stream.
Hooray, I am in
Trouble
fact
that.
backing up on stone,
Congratulations.
which resolves my nickel problem for the time being.
Place pipeline hub block on a static grid anchored in a voxel.
Reading tutorial now.
No, I figured out what I just did wrong. It has to
Didn't
be
burn
a
a voxel?
static grid. And a subgrid doesn't count as a static grid.
Wait, what? Hang on. What do you mean? What do you mean a subgrid?
I put it on a hinge.
Oh, well, yeah. Not sure what you expected there. Pipelines aren't known for being mobile.
Well, I put it on a hinge to angle it downwards, basically. Because I needed it to angle very slightly. Okay, that changes things. But not too drastically, I don't think.
here we see the wild Lucian in their native environment.
Building giant phallic objects, yep.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say a thing, but okay, thank you for confirming that.
Well, I'm not gonna deny it.
Well, it's pride. I think both of us have been out the closet for an age by this point.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, I think I came out when I was like 15, 13 years old. I don't remember. It's been a long time. God. That just
The benefit
reminded
of being
me
trans is that after a certain point, you don't have to come out anymore because people can already tell.
Yeah.
The downside is people can tell.
Yeah. That just reminded me of, like... Okay. Me just saying it's been a long time reminded me of the intro to Star Trek... The series where they had the NX-01.
It's been a long road getting from here to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enterprise.
Yeah. Oh, it is called Enterprise. God.
Yeah, because it's the first Starship
It's the
Enterprise.
first. Yeah. I liked parts of that show, but the intro song.
The intro song was notorious
Yeah.
for how corny it was and like out of sync with the rest.
Mm-hmm. It was Christian rock, wasn't it?
Probably. Isn't it like it's I swear it's the only Star Trek series intro that even has lyrics.
I'm fairly sure it is, yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what they were thinking of exactly with that, but oh well.
Oh well.
Yep. Okay, add a few more speed modules, and the hydrogen engine, the one hydrogen engine I have is still holding steady. That's good to see. But I do have to turn that drill off because I'm stuffed full of stone.
Energy critical.
Is that gonna... Yes! We have pipeline, which we can
Hooray.
walk on. What?
Did you not know that part?
It's... Well, I didn't expect it to be walkable. Like... It's not an actual, like, object in the world. It's just, like, a link.
I don't even see it. I just see you hovering in midair.
Well, I'm walking on a pipeline.
There it is. It's finally loaded
Whoa.
in. Okay.
That was unexpected. I didn't expect to be able to walk on it, considering that it's like a kilometer long, and
Yeah.
not like.
Well, another 29 of those, and we might reach the Iron Bazaar.
Maybe. I have to go over the mountain. Is the main problem. So
Well, I can go up the mountain, no problem. I just push a single button.
I need to figure out how to get us over the mountain. And technically, like, if we could use subgrids, it would be easier, but we can't, which makes it difficult and annoying.
And Ghost is climbing the mountain. Yield modules will be good for these refineries, but that requires gold. And I don't remember if gold is being guarded.
It's not, but it is in enemy territory.
Which is effectively the same thing.
Yeah, basically. Well, I could point one vertical, Bobbington, but I wanted to sort of follow the line of the terrain. And pointing it vertical means that I'll have to build stuff in midair, and I don't really want to do that.
metal grids, but I think I'm out of cobalt.
And in order to change the orientation, I have to change the orientation of the static grid that the pipeline is on. Ah, I'm running out of energy. Ow!
Are you dead?
I just hit a wall because I couldn't see anything because I ran out of energy and I didn't have a flashlight anymore.
Okay, you appear to be alive.
Well, I did die, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should see the corpse.
Yeah.
How is the well? Has it reached the water yet? Yes! In fact, it is the only reason that this base is currently surviving this amount of power usage. The well has gone all the way down to the water, and is now supplying the Iron Bazaar with an unlimited supply of ice.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So everything is fully charged right now. Okay, I think one hydrogen engine gets me to about 4 megawatts peak, give or take. And we're, like, even with the refineries trying to chuck through all that stone, we're only touching 2.
Hmm.
We're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Oh, yes,
Honestly,
these
I'm not
screens, by the
sure,
way,
but I
are
think-
also my code.
I think the best way to get a pipeline through the mountain would be to actually go through the mountain.
I would agree with that. Do you need me to make a tunnel bore then?
Maybe. Tunnel bore would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, tunnel boring flying ship would probably be prohibitively, like, weight and power kind of consumptive, so it would probably need to be a rover of some kind.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, right, is a combination driller-welder rover.
Right.
So basically, because you know the way drills work, like, if you don't have them positioned exactly, eventually the rover will lose its, like,
It'll fall over backwards or some
balance.
such, yeah.
Well, it'll lose its balance and slowly start digging, like, diagonally downwards, basically.
Yeah.
But we want it to be flat.
Yes.
So
a flying machine makes the most sense.
yes, but we don't have the power to do that, realistically.
Yeah.
So, what if we design it so that we build the floor of the tunnel as the rover goes? So it grinds up the stone, makes it into
Turns it into
steel
metal.
plates. Yeah, refines it. Then an assembler directly makes it into steel plates that makes the floor so that it can continue drilling. And we have a massive projected floor.
You're talking about an
underneath
inchworm, basically, aren't you?
No, I'm
No?
well, an inchworm implies that it's like attached to the grid, whereas this wouldn't be.
Well, it would need to be in order to continue making the,
No, if
making
you
the
if you
road.
project the floor like as a static thing, just one long piece.
Oh, you mean make like a 15-kilometer long projector?
Well, not a 15-kilometer long projector, but like maybe a 15-block projector, and then you move it occasionally. Or 25-block long projector. Like, I'm not thinking high-tech, like, inchworm style thing. I'm thinking low-tech, like, a little bit of analog in there and a little bit of handheld, if you will. But that means that I need to figure out where this tunnel is going to go. And we want it to be a relatively large tunnel as well.
Yeah. So that we can use it for more than the pipeline.
Yeah. We probably want to be able to drive, like, large grid vehicles through it. As long as the projection is on the moving grid, it would still join to the base as you can join grids now. That is true, but it is janky.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
not amazing. Like, the other day actually we had on Lying's base we had a grid that looked like it was right next to each other, joined on, and turned out it was not. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a pipe just collapse from the air. Still not entirely
Yep.
certain how.
Yeah. Janky is part of the fun until it gets annoying. Then it's just annoying.
Yeah, it's fun until it becomes
a problem.
like oppositional.
Yeah. Okay, and we probably want to go through round about here, I want to say. Yeah, this is probably where this should start. If I center my crosshair on the cobalt line, do that. How wide should this tunnel be, realistically?
Oh, futs.
Hmm?
That's a problem.
What's up?
My stone hole has hit iron.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Ah. Damn it.
I'm thinking 9
Stone
wide.
hole, you had one job.
I'm thinking 9 large blocks wide. Do you think 9 large blocks wide will do, Line?
Let me just get an eyeful of how much that is. I would say that's probably fine. I tend to build my spacefaring craft in large grid bigger than that, but I'm not building a spacefaring craft in an atmosphere.
Yeah. Alright, we'll do 9 large blocks wide for the tunnel. If only the game had ramps that weren't exactly 25 degrees. Oh. I would love 3-block long ramps. They're so much easier to get vehicles up.
Oh well. Not much we can do about that.
True. Well, there's mods, but
Yeah, there's always mods.
there's always mods, yeah. Okay, I suppose this means I have to get started on the construction of a drilling vehicle. Drilling and welding vehicle.
I can make something and ship it over to you, if you like.
A large
But
grid
then-
drilling welding vehicle?
A large grid, less so.
Yeah.
A welding vehicle, on the other hand.
Because remember, we need it to drill out a tunnel and then refine.
Yeah, it needs to drill out a tunnel that's
Stuff.
at least as big as itself.
Yeah, and then refine the stuff in order to convert it into steel plates to assemble the main thing. So it's basically a tunnel bore road layer.
Yeah. I mean, if it lays... If it drills reliably enough, we might not even need to pave it.
Hmm.
Big if there.
big if, because you know
Yeah,
exactly
big
how,
if true.
like, space engineers' drills are like. They're not good.
No, because they dig in spheres.
Yep.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do, but it feels like a bad idea to do in the dead of night.
Probably. I don't use the cement mod, Bobbington. It may look like it, but this is actually just, like, concrete texture. I don't use the cement mod for one very simple reason. The cement mod does not have enough block variation for my tastes. I looked at it and saw they only had specific, like, angles, and I was like, I like my angles. I like my angles in cement, and they do not have it. So.
Alright, ready, chat? Praise the sun!
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pyro. Hopefully, an upset stomach goes away soon.
Oh.
Are we praising the sun?
Yep.
Alright. I'll get in bed and we can praise the sun. Ow.
What do you mean you'll get in bed? Well, aren't we too far apart?
Technically.
What do you mean technically? Sun's already up over here.
Mm-hmm. It is slowly rising over here as well.
I think I could safely take off these semi-ridiculous looking wind turbines from this base. But we've already had at least one occasion where bases lost power despite having an endless supply of hydrogen. So, probably best leave that for something.
I mean, I would say, Pyro, the best way to, like, manage a really bad stomachache while still being hungry is just to nibble. Because if you feel like you're going to end up, like, throwing up, like, the best way to get something down is just to nibble over the course of, like, half an hour, just nibble on stuff. Chicken soup might help.
Yeah,
Chicken soup usually helps.
I've heard it's very good for the soul, too.
Is it? I don't know.
I've heard it.
I've eaten enough chicken soup in my life, and I don't think my soul's gotten any better. I'm still flamboyantly homosexual, so you know.
Fair, yeah.
I think my soul is cloaked in sin, according to the Catholic Church. Bad jokes.
Sure.
Bad jokes.
Sure, why not?
Cloaked in sin. Dipped in sin sauce. Okay. How wide is this bay? It's 7 wide. Oh, wait, is it 7 wide? 3, 5, 7. No, it's 9 wide. Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's the number you were going for, wasn't it?
That is the number I was going for. Okay. Question is, will a vehicle large grid fit? Maybe if I use 3x3 wheels.
That's a bit nicer.
Ooh, just
Okay.
about. Barely.
Have you been to the cobalt mine recently?
No, I have not.
Right. Do you need any supplies?
Uh,
I'm gonna be away from the bazaar for a bit. Do you need any supplies?
I could do with some more cobalt, but it's mainly nickel that we need at the moment, and we both need that at the moment, so...
I have about 1,000 nickel on me. Will that suffice?
Honestly, I think I might have more than you at the moment.
I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. But we don't know where the nickel is currently.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, what I could really do right now is just the capacity to place multiple blocks at once.
Mirroring
It's a
mode.
thing you can do in creative, but not so much in survival.
Yeah.
Mirror would also be nice, but yeah,
Oh, you just mean like dragging blocks to place.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fair
I'm just
enough.
I'm trying to cover up some of the holes that I keep falling down around here.
Okay, how do I want to... I probably want to mount the...
We're talking about mounting now?
Shut up.
I didn't say a word.
A blatant lie? A blatant lie? You did say words.
Oh, fair point. Yes, I did. I didn't say anything reproachable, though.
Uh-huh. I mean, maybe it's just like a psychological thing, Lydia. But whenever I set foot in a church or a cathedral or anything like of Catholic/Christian worship, I start getting pins and needles all over my skin. I start feeling like my skin's prickling and itching, and it's
I
like,
was immunized to that at a young age.
yeah, I was
My
like,
parents were bell ringers.
like whenever I enter essentially any place of Catholic or Christian worship, it feels like my skin is slowly trying to crawl off me, and it feels like
I only get that
something is
sensation when you
trying
start talking.
really hard to set me on fire. It's just like, okay, yeah, I don't like it in here. Can I leave
Yeah,
now?
I only get that sensation whenever they start talking to me. It's like I watched a clip from, of all things, Starship Troopers recently.
Interesting.
And there is a period where there's like two people who think that they're like absolutely about to like meet their end, so they're literally on their knees praying to Jesus for salvation, to send his angels and whatnot. And then, because Starship Troopers has never met a metaphor that it couldn't like punch in the face, a series of large mech suits with flying thrusters lands in the distance to try and rescue them. And it's just like, the mechs are okay, but I cannot listen to these two praying. It's too much. Give me the giant alien bugs to murder.
Yep. Okay. Welder. 2, 3. 4, 5. I think if I make the welding or the welder system 7 wide, it should be able to weld up the blocks on either side of it, right?
I think so?
Yeah.
Going for the swimsuit look again, Lang? I mean, yes. It's pride. It's pride and it's warm.
It's pride and it's warm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
good enough reasons for me. Like, a fairly hefty chunk of my, like, wardrobe aesthetic is how much skin can I get away with showing. So, warm
That's fair.
temperatures are something I am always in deep anticipation of. How
I'm-
warm, so you're in Australia. I'm not answering that question.
I'm always like of the personal opinion of how much skin can I get away with not showing? Answer:
Yes.
basically as little as possible most of the time.
Well, that benefits of living in the UK there, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay.
Nearly got the last of this battery expansion done. And then I need to think of what my next build project is in the absence of hunting down wherever the hell this nickel is. And I think I'm gonna try for communications.
Might be a good idea.
There we go. So the 2 hydrogen engines are generating roughly 10 megawatts of power at the moment. Wear a Guy Fawkes costume when you go outside, Lucian?
Not exactly, Lowen.
You do have a mask.
I do have a mask. I don't wear
Not
the
V for
mask in
Vendetta,
public.
but
Yeah, I don't wear the mask in public. That's just for the streams, but I can actually show you what I look like when I, well, hold on.
you turning your
Because-
webcam up?
No, I'm not turning on my webcam on.
Oh.
I'm grabbing a picture from my Discord. Let's see. Like, there are also pictures of how I look on Twitter, or well, sort of how I look on Twitter. But this one is the most recent one where I actually got a haircut.
Wow. It's been way
There
too
we
long
go.
since I last had a haircut. It might have been last year.
That's what I look like when I go outside. Although I'm usually wearing quite a heavy coat over all that as well. So yeah. I do wear a mask in that I wear a face mask for COVID reasons.
Pandemic reasons.
But also, it's gotten to the point where I've been wearing it for so long that it's just like become part of my usual attire.
I mean, it might as well be at this stage.
Yeah, and at this point,
I am genuinely a degree safer, even without the pandemic.
Yeah.
With it on.
like at this point, it's just like I've been wearing this for such a long time. I'm so used to it now. I might as well make it a part of my usual wardrobe. And I literally found myself the other day just browsing the internet, going, "Can I get a nice, visually appealing mask that's just like, I don't know, made of leather, maybe with some steampunk style designs on it or something?" I was like, I looked at one and I went, "This is cool," and then I looked at the price and went, "I'm leaving now." So yeah. But yeah. Like, I've taken to wearing, like, when I'm out and about, I've taken to wearing the mask less when I'm outside, but only during the evenings, because during the daytime I still feel like it's too crowded.
I wonder if there's some kind of actual limit to how many variations of a block they can have in a given item.
What do you mean?
Well, I've just had to go through 3 different items to try and find the right, like, corner piece here. For a slope.
Well,
And I'm wondering if they just didn't add those to the original because it would have broken parity or something, or if there was actually a reason.
I mean, Marek always professes that it's not part of his vision. So take from that what you will. Other than that, I got nothing.
No idea. Let's see. I need turbines for this to make sure it actually stays powered reliably.
Oh god, I would love to be able to walk around in a full-on Plague Doctor outfit.
I mean, nothing's stopping you.
Well, you say that, like...
Nothing is stopping you.
No, actually something is stopping me. So, a few years back, when I went to Comic-Con in London, I was walking through a shopping mall to get there, because it was basically a shortcut. And a security guard actually walked up to me, because I was in cosplay at the time. A security guard walked up to me and said, "I'm sorry, sir, you can't be wearing a mask in here. It's not allowed." And I'm like, what? I'm in full cosplay, and this guy's just like, "I'm sorry, sir, you have to take the mask off." It's like, okay. Weird, but sure. Fine. I've never had anyone ask that of me before, but it's always stuck in my mind since.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let's see. Interior plates to add the turbine to this, and then it should be good to weld up, I think. This is going to look utterly ridiculous, but I'm going to completely take advantage of the fact that a static grid doesn't actually need anything holding it up. It just needs to be a large grid, and that's it. I need a control panel here.
It seems like you encountered the fun police. Perhaps. Okay. This probably requires a... let's go for a T-junction. There. And we can put a connector on the back, just in case.
You're not allowed into a Comic-Con as your sword was metal? I mean... duh?
Yeah, that
seems
I'd say
totally
duh.
reasonable to me.
That does seem quite reasonable. Like, if you're going to Comic-Con, take a foam sword, not a real sword.
At best.
Yeah.
Oh, frick. This... that's gonna complicate matters.
Well,
The antenna requires
wooden
superconductors.
is another, like, it's another situation, Pyro. Like, wood is still, realistically speaking, dangerous.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
In Minecraft, there are wooden swords.
Yeah. You can still kill people with a wooden sword. Might take longer, but you can still do it.
Yeah. Arguably be even more painful.
Yeah. Okay. So if I do that, and then put an assembler,
Now he's being rude.
What?
Energy critical.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to think. If I use regular, if I use regular antennae, this is going to be, it's going to be visible to the entire map, which I really don't want, because this is going to be a faff to set up. But if I use laser antennae, it won't be, but I'll need to find gold. Do I make a daring run into gold country?
That is a good question. Do you? You might... You could make a daring run into gold country.
Since a butt?
But you might get shot down.
Right. Do you have coordinates for gold country?
No, I haven't reconned out that far yet. That's probably as high as we want the tunnel to be. So...
Note to self, next stream make an actual flying welder bot. Actually, what I should have just done is used a magnetic plate rather than a landing gear, as it would have been shorter.
Probably.
Ah well. Live and learn. Posture check time. Ow.
Yep.
For you, Papa, for you, posture checks are preventative. For me, they're painful.
Well, they're also painful for me, but less so.
Must be nice.
Yeah, you would think. Okay.
No energy.
Come on, assemblers. I'm already overclocked you, please work faster.
Oh, I'm out of energy. Well, that explains that.
Explains what exactly?
Explains why I wasn't able to weld anything.
Trying to think, what's the maximum range for laser antennae? It's pretty
50,000
massive, I think.
at the very least. Like, I know that the standard antennas can go up to 50,000.
Well, I will position at the very least and mark it with a GPS coordinate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will perform some daring do.
Some daring do.
Yep. Otherwise known as lying is reduced to a small pink smudge.
Huh.
I don't think there's a limit. Yeah, I think there isn't, but the further that they target, the higher the power usage. think that's how it goes anyways.
Not sure. Probably. Let's see. We're going to want a buffer cargo container.
Large, maybe? Industrial, even?
No, I'm putting the large container on the back, right? But I want a buffer cargo container on the front. I think I'll put a small one there. Then I'll put a piston on that.
How are you planning on welding this together, out of curiosity?
What do you mean welding it together?
Well, on the basis of it's A, in a confined space, and B, pretty much already built.
Well, I have a hand welder.
You get that into all the nooks and crannies?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like the important things realistically are already welded. Everything else is accessible at the moment. I haven't greebled this thing yet, though, so that could change.
Are you going to greeble it?
Probably. I greeble everything. I can't stop myself flying. It's like a condition.
So it's fine if you make every single thing you ever make look like a Dorito chip, but as long as I'm still making things that are vaguely cubic, I'm the one that's doing things wrong.
What do you mean everything looks like a Dorito chip?
Like, texture-wise, not shape.
You've lost me.
Well, they've got like lots of bumps and ridges and whatnot.
You mean
The surface
like
of a Dorito chip is basically
steel
greebled.
plating? I guess. I guess I can see it, but strange comparison. But sure, yeah.
Well,
okay.
almost every other comparison I could go for would like cause trypophobia outbreaks. So
Yeah.
it's what I got.
I mean, it's just bolted steel, basically. Okay.
Alright. Major important test. Can the truckleweed lift this thing? Because this would be... Like, the truckleweed has 4 vertical engines. 4 large vertical engines. But... that, for being as small as it is still actually about the size of the truckleweed.
I'm not going to put any sorting on this. I don't feel like it needs it.
Probably not. It's gonna be pretty exclusively digging stone.
Pretty much.
Okay. Truckleweed, I believe in you. You can do the thing and defeat the enemies. Jesus, that was a deep memory I just unlocked. That quote is from John Freeman.
Wow.
Wow, that's going back a ways.
I should probably queue up like a few thousand steel plates. Okay.
Well, if you can pay for them.
Do I want to put the drills on hinges.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everything alright, Lang?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it.
But I don't think I can get this into, like, locking position.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Have you run out of power?
No. But the trickleweed doesn't have enough vertical thrust to keep this thing aloft by itself.
Ah, yes. That could be a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
You wouldn't recommend putting drills on hinges? Fair
Done
enough,
that.
Pyro, but also be aware that I have built many a creation that has drills on hinges. On hinges, on rotors, on pistons. On more hinges. So yeah.
This thing is going to need its own vertical thrusters. At least temporarily. Each of which requires 1100 motors. Lovely.
On a rover? Oh, yeah. Well, maybe not quite a rover. I built it on a deployable drill rig, which is not a static grid. It basically, you drop it off a ship from orbit and parachute it down onto an ore deposit and then deploy it.
Much smarter. I put a cockpit on the side of this. Then I can see how much this thing weighs, and then I can determine the absolute minimum number of atmospheric thrusters to lift it. Rather than spending 5 hours getting enough nickel to make large atmospheric thrusters that I might not need. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. This thing weighs 37 tons. It is a large grid ship. Gravity is 1. So it needs 1 large atmospheric thruster or 1 regular atmospheric thruster. Okay, that's way more affordable. As long as it's correct, I guess. Regular is much more affordable.
Okay, let's see. I want to put. Okay, should I put the driving cockpit on the top or on the front or on the bottom?
If you put it on the bottom, there's a chance it might just get dragged across the ground enough to just be destroyed.
Well, no. Okay. What I mean by that is, hold on. So I have this point here, or this point here as to where I can put the cockpits. I'm wondering which one would be best.
The third one?
Top one?
Oh, hell. Why? Why, ship? I just built you. Why
I'm
must you
actually
do
worried
this?
that one might get hit by something in the roof. I like this one actually. Let's go with this one. And we will.
Oh, it's need a gyroscope.
Girders, 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 girders. At the back and use a camera? That's no fun.
It's not really fun if you're not in complete and total danger of being ground up by the drills.
Exactly.
Or dragged along the ground.
You could mount the camera on a rotor and hinge and make it like an eye that could look around 360 degrees.
Like a
That'd
custom
be
turret?
interesting. Yeah, custom turret camera. Maybe.
There we go.
I need a bunch of glass.
Come on. Behave. I command you. Not very well, I confess, but still. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's definitely damaged a battery or two.
Oh dear.
Well, if I pick this up with the truckleweed, at least it should now be able to lift its own weight.
Use a searchlight. Do searchlights have... Oh yeah, they do have cameras built
Yeah.
into them.
Can confirm.
That might actually be a pretty good idea. The greebling has already begun. I'm adding windows.
Oh boy.
Is Space Engineers crossplay? I believe it does have crossplay compatibility, Sparwater, but to be quite honest, I wouldn't get it on Xbox. I would get it on PC, because the Xbox version is severely limited compared to the PC version.
Okay, well, it didn't manage to break any of the ice, so that's good. Oof. Did manage to break its own gyroscope, though, which is a bit of a pain. I just made that.
Thank you for the follow, Sparwater. Welcome to the stream.
Not crossplay too much, but it is definitely being played on multiple channels right now.
Yep. Okay, so we want a point of access. So how do I fit that in there? could use a ladder.
Oh.
I was hoping to use stairs, but oh well. Don't worry about it, lying. I'm just mumbling to myself. As usual. Trying to figure out how I want like, I'm using the industrial assembler and I'm like, okay, we could greeble that so that there's a way to get up into it, but I'm just like, it's not, something's not right here, and it's because it's a too wide area, which means I can't really do stairs up to it. Unless I moved the... Ah, okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Did you just rubber duck?
Yes, I did. I did just use you as a rubber duck. Sorry.
No, I understand.
Goodness knows I've done that with my partner enough to know... Well, my partner's done it with me enough to know that how that feels. Right, so put that there. Assembler there. I'm putting power efficiency modules all over the refinery.
Makes sense.
Because
It's
honestly,
gonna be a happy boy.
we don't need yield on this thing, is my main thought. And then, what do I need for the stairs? I need... Rated half stairs. Construction components. There you go.
What is with
Well,
this one
the
thing?
thing about the half stairs is exactly this, Pyro. You won't be able to get past there. That's why I wanted to go... I wanted the half stairs, it's just that I couldn't use them without extending this section. I am 2 steps ahead of you all. Sort of. I want...
Give or take.
There. Uh-oh.
Problem?
I just ran out of jetpack fuel. Nothing too bad. Put a walkway down? What do you mean, Boppington? You did it about a second after my message. Fair enough. That does happen quite often. A lot of people tell me that my greebling thought process is ahead of most other people's, even my own. It's like I will realize what I've done a few seconds after I've done it. Okay. Could probably just have... the water is a mod, spa water. The water is modded. A damn good mod, but yeah, modded.
It's added by the water mod. That is literally what it's called, to be clear.
Yep.
Where it sounds generic, but that is literally what it's called.
I mean, why would you call it anything else, realistically speaking?
Yeah.
It adds water. Yeah.
Space engineers, just add water.
Okay. I want the half-graded catwalk there. And there. Woo! That looks nice. I like that. Plenty of walking space. That too, Pyro. Maybe the Greeble be with you. Yes, instead of may the Force be with you, it's may the Greeble be with you. The Greeble Force. Whatever force in the world that
is responsible for greebling.
Is responsible for greebling, yeah.
Oh. Are you... What is up with this thing?
Afraid I can't answer that for you, Line. It's your creation, not mine.
There we go. For whatever reason, the one solitary thruster on this keeps wanting this whole thing to, like, move around, despite the fact it's not moving anywhere. And I have no earthly explanation for why that is.
Greeble Force, the weirdest Power Rangers ever. Yes, they beat the supervillains by building around them. That's actually not that bad of an idea.
With as much as I know about Tokusatsu, it's almost definitely happened. There is probably already a Power Rangers or esque thing like that.
Okay, well, talking about fluid dynamics, Pyro, like, Keen's been on and on about wanting to add water to Space Engineers through volumetric water. And I'm just sitting there like, that's stupid. That's stupid. Am I the only one who thinks that's stupid? Like,
Comment.
No comment? What's your
No
opinion
comments.
on this? Oh.
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by volumetric, because that can mean a lot of different things.
Well, from what they've shown us, they want to, like, implement, like, each piece of water as, like, different particles. Like, basically imagine, like, a bowl of marbles. They want to implement it like that. And, gotta be honest, that seems a little mad. Yeah, water voxels, which honestly, I don't know how they're gonna pull that off.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why they haven't yet. Which way is the harbor?
Oh, are you heading over here?
I'm heading towards the first mountain range, at least it's that direction.
Oh, fair enough.
So I can dump this thing in midair.
Nick Matt immediately murder. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
Nick's been wanting you to murder me all stream.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I'm sure it's perfectly genial.
Uh-huh. You definitely haven't done anything to make them angry at you, have you?
I hope not. I gave them gay burp.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that is true, Lowen. That is true. But at the same time, that's a lot of work for
That's something
space engineers.
almost no game does, unless that
Yeah.
is the specific objective of the game.
Yeah, even games like Atlas and Sea of Thieves don't do that.
Hmm.
And they have really pretty water, so...
Yeah. Okay, the next time I make one of these relays, I'm just going to make it an actual self-sustaining ship.
Hmm.
Because that feels a lot easier than what I'm doing right now.
I mean, yeah, Dragon Reaper. Nick already redeemed the murdering, the murder hit points, if you will. The murder hit points? The murder
The hit.
channel points. The murder hit. Yes, that. God, I cannot. I cannot today. Today I cannot, apparently. My brain is scrambled. Fried. Baked. Well, not baked.
With enough high-quality weed, it could be.
God, I wish I could afford that.
With enough low-quality weed, it could be.
Not in Glasgow.
Is the weed market particularly upscale there?
No, the weed market is particularly bad in Glasgow.
I see, I see.
Yeah. What the?
You good?
Yeah, I think the craft that I'm building has slowly been vibrating and shifting over by like a few millimeters every second or so. So it's
On the grounds that you haven't even built it yet, does that maybe suggest you are angering the Great Clang?
no, it suggests that it's a vehicle in Space Engineers that isn't locked down. And it suggests that it needs a gyroscope.
Just need to get above the peak of Mount Low Altitude Warning. Then turn off the thruster on this thing and position it properly. And then convert it to a station. Assuming I can get to stop moving enough. Or spam the button enough at the very least. Alas, this is a task I could not give to a drone. I mean, look how silly this looks. What self-respecting drone would take this task?
I cannot see you at the moment because I'm currently under a vehicle, but I will look and
Well,
check.
if you went over to twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon, you might be able to see it.
My connection will not allow me to do that. Oh, is that you? No, that's a tree. Where are you?
Very, very much alike, I'm sure. I am about 16 kilometers away from you, so I'm below the horizon by a
Oh,
substantial margin.
I'm looking around with spectator cam.
Alright, I'm at low altitude warning then.
Like, right on the, marker?
Not right on it, but fairly close. Just try to position this thing neatly in between at the top of the mountain.
I do not see you. Maybe you have not loaded in for me. Oh well.
Mayhaps. Right, this bit's good.
Okay. That could be possible, Bobbington, actually. That could be what's happening. Not by much, but like... So, what may be happening is that the tide is affecting the vehicles.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Even when they're out of water. It might be what's happening. I'm not 100% sure, but possible.
There we go. And if I detach... Hey, hey! One down. What? Also, hello raiders. Welcome to something very strange just happening in front of me. What? What? I just hauled that 12 kilometers and it was fine.
What happened?
I positioned it, I oriented it, I successfully converted it to a station, the wind turbine turned on, and a few seconds later, everything but the now heavily damaged cockpit detonated.
Okay. That's...
The cockpit is still here, by the way. It's still, like, floating in midair.
I'm sorry, how did it detonate?
I don't know!
It was all one grid, right?
Yeah. One static grid.
That's weird.
Ay. Well, welcome, Raiders. Can we get some, chat? Can we get some pride in the chat for the Raiders, please? Yes. Well, if I fix up the cockpit, I have a cockpit floating in midair.
Interesting.
If I go 13 kilometers away, it's probably gonna despawn. But just...
No, it
What
won't
happened?
despawn. Not on
It
this
won't?
world. Nope.
Okay. Right. Well, I will grab the resources for a battery and another wind turbine, I guess. Rip. Nope, not the door. Thank you.
I need drill.
Last thing I need to hear when I am hovering at the top of Mount Low Altitude warning is fuel critical from my jetpack.
Oh god.
I am okay. Oddly bizarre.
It might be the wind, but...
On a static grid, that shouldn't affect it, surely.
No, sorry. I'm talking about the rover vibration, not the,
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it is wiggly.
Okay. So I want this to have
That is...
upper limit.
Are you sure one drill is going to be enough?
What? No, obviously not. I've only put one
Okay,
on
just
to
making
start
sure.
with. Currently adjusting the height for the welders.
I don't understand what just happened to me.
Wow.
The only thing that makes any remote bit of sense is when the turbine started up, it started to deal damage or be damaged by the neighboring the neighboring thruster. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me.
Hmm.
And even that makes not very much sense.
Do the wheels need to be, like the wheels themselves, do they need to be welded up? Or is this...
I mean, yes. to function. I'm pretty sure
well,
they do.
No, I mean like the wheel like suspension needs to be welded up, but like the wheels need to be welded up because I don't think so.
I mean, I presume it would be a good idea to do that. Was the thruster still
Yeah.
on? No, I had to turn it. I had to turn the thruster off before I could turn it into a static. Like, genuinely, I don't have an explanation there, Byro. Well, I suppose it is quite appropriate that here in my first official Pride Month stream we have a queer old time.
Hmm.
Oh, I've just had a terrifying thought.
Hmm.
What if I set up these radio relays, and then I send the hermit crab to do a delivery, and it just crashes directly into one?
Oh God. That's a
pretty
lot of
su-
resources.
I'm fairly certain that the hermit crab's collision alarm does detect stations.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hmm?
The wheels
Is it
are
still-
turning, but it's stuck on... Okay, there we go. It's stuck on one of the pillars because of the way it was wiggling earlier.
Ah, welp.
It's
Most
fine.
problematic quality, the wiggles.
Well, no, the most problematic quality is the fact that any vehicle on a grid, like on steel plate grid sections, will slide like no other. Which is really annoying. Especially when I need it sort of in so that I can judge the adjustment height of the welders.
Yeah. I forget. Did you say you had, like, do you know where the gold deposit is?
No, but I can tell you that it's somewhere out in the desert to the northeast-ish of the harbor. So if you want to stop by
Right.
the harbor and get a charge up before you go.
It
Where's
definitely
that?
wasn't the truckleweed, like, hitting it in any fashion, because the truckleweed has taken no damage, and it was also, like, a good solid 20 meters away. Really bizarre. Somebody clip that and send that to the Space Engineers community managers. They've already taken advice from me on how to improve the coding here, so... It's like,
Well,
hey,
that's assuming
here's-
that they'll implement the advice, which is a 50-50 chance, to be quite honest.
I mean, they passed my input on directly to the devs, so... Odds good, I say.
Perhaps. We shall see. Keen has a habit of saying one thing and then doing another.
Well, that's mainly
unfortunately.
Marek, but yes.
That's mainly Marek, but it's also like mainly game companies in general sometimes.
Yeah, I'll grant you.
Right, we want a minimum distance of
Okay, fix the cockpits. Don't need the.
0.5.
I don't think I'll be needing that thruster anymore because it's now static. Battery, turbine.
Is that enough? No, let's put that
Need
to
to put anything else on
2.7.
it. I will stick an antenna on this thing for the time being. In fact, I'll even make it a dish, just to be fancy.
Okay, I'm thinking of laying out the drills in like a grid pattern, so spacing them out by one. That should be fine, right?
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have Pilfit's bagger drill, which is a shame.
Oh.
I like that drill.
Oh, love a good Garsweiler.
A what?
Garsweiler.
I'm assuming that's what the big bucket rotating drill is
Yes,
actually called.
that's the kind
Yeah.
of drill that is.
Right, yeah. Like, let me see if I can dig up Pilfit's screenshots of the model that he made for his. Because Pilfit's an absolutely fantastic modder. And he's done some very cool stuff.
Yeah, for anybody who's joining in, the Raven over there is called Russell, and he is magically imbued with divination magics, hashtag lore, and is currently delivering me everything that Lucy was saying.
Pretty much. Ah, here we go.
Also, he's bi.
Right. So this is the drill that Pilfit was working on. It'll upload. There you go. You are welcome to share that with your stream, because it's been shared in public, and it is not spoilers.
Oh, that is a look.
Yeah. I'm just like, I want that. I want that. It looks so cool.
You know a drill is big when it requires its own, like, navigation infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing here? Oh, I'm out of nickel again.
Yeah, Pilfit is one of the best modelers when it comes to space engineers for modding. He designed the Northwind Weapons mod, which is an absolute joy. We don't have it on this save, mainly because we're not using Weapon Core. But, yeah.
The drill ship we have is pretty good. Yes and no. The drill ship, aka the Lad, has a rotating drill head that is designed specifically to be about as wide as an ore deposit. And it is very much built in a tunnel bore fashion, so it just goes directly through the ore deposit to the other side of the asteroid. But that is the next thing, is that it is built for space. If it gets near if it gets anywhere near a gravity well, it is skewered.
Okay.
So annoying.
I
Thought I built this thing far enough away that it wouldn't be picking up iron, but apparently not.
And I need... Let's see... Pipe. Pipe. Pipe.
Oh.
I'm just mumbling to myself again. Sorry.
I thought you were saying hi to me.
No, I said pipe several times in sequence.
Makes much more sense.
Yeah, sure. I know. Oh god. This hangar was not designed for the construction of large grid vehicles. It sort of was, actually. Working surprisingly well.
We're using it on the very large atmospheric vagabond. Is there an atmospheric vagabond? Oh, right, no. Cam is referring to a planet. Yes, no using it on a planet.
Oh, the front of the vehicle is dipping a little bit because of the strength of the suspension not being high enough on the front wheels.
Oh, lordy.
And now you can see sort of the amount of drills that I'm putting on the front.
Well, it'll definitely fit through the hole as long as it's going slow enough. But it is also very front heavy.
Yeah, well, it'll be picking up a lot of stone, so...
Yeah, it'll balance out,
yeah,
but
it'll balance
initially
out.
this thing's going downwards.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna put a set
Have
of
cold. Why am I
batteries
seeing-
on the back.
Oh, metal grids require nickel as well. Joy. Oh, why did this thing have to spontaneously detonate?
Oh dear.
Oh, it's getting dark now too.
God, batteries are so heavy.
Oh yeah. Can confirm.
You forget how heavy they are until you're trying to counterbalance something, and yeah.
Lucian,
Yes?
you good?
Yeah? Why do that?
Okay, because I see game paused.
Ooh. Hold on, I'm saving. It might be that Steven's done a little wiggle for you.
Well, there goes that elite welder you gave me.
Give it like a minute. If it doesn't come back, then I'll restart.
Right then. But it is also quarter 2.
Oh, yep, there it goes. Unloading worlds.
Welp. Who did what?
Unexpected error occurred while joining the session. Please try again later. Thank you, space engineers. I was the one hosting it.
It was in progress.
It was running. I was hosting it, but yeah, no. Definitely. Ugh, God. Steam's fine. It is now checking for mod updates. There we go. Okay. We're loading back. We're loading back up.
I'm apparently disconnected from Steam, and I'm still on the game paused screen here.
Hmm.
Right, I may have to hard crash my space engineers here, so chat, I'll be back in a moment. Of course, it figures that literally as soon as I change scene, it comes back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, it's just working right away.
You know, I'm half tempted after this to continue streaming and play some V-Rising.
Do not. You should get more sleep.
Yeah, I failed at that. I think I'm gonna carry on failing at that.
Yay.
Okay.
Back on the Space Engineers main screen. That's something.
World is loaded up.
Joining. Saying bye-bye to every single thing I had in my inventory again.
I wonder if I should have actually put a hinge on this, just so that I can tilt it 90 degrees up to bring it bring the center of mass back a bit.
Hard to say.
I think I should actually. Okay, well, there goes all of that pre-planning, but at least I know what it looks like now.
Have you ever seen the Avatar: The Last Airbender episode, The Drill?
Yes. I've seen the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. So, yeah.
Maybe something like that?
I mean...
Well, I guess that is literally an inchworm design, isn't it?
That is an inchworm design.
Yeah.
But additionally, there is a mod for that.
Well, Space Engineers now crashed. Because sense, I guess.
There is a very old mod for that, I should actually say.
At that inchworm?
Well, not of that inchworm. But so there are a bunch of different modders in the Space Engineers community. One of them is MexPex, who's done a variety of the older mods for the game. And one of the mods that he did, or they did rather,
I may have to hard reboot Steam itself.
is
Dear Lord.
hold on. I'm gonna copy the page URL and I'm gonna send you. Oh no, it's errored out again. Okay,
Save?
something is fucky with Steam at the moment. That it's being weird. Hold on, let me send you this.
Well, that's one way to end a stream.
There you go. Heavy mining drill. That's like that thing is massive.
That is a straight up tunnel bore.
Yeah.
Oof.
She big. She hefty.
Big, she chunky.
Yep.
Dear Lord, the drill is thick.
Yeah. And it comes in small grid variants as well. It's like, what?
I don't know why you would ever go through the trouble of building this on anything but large grids. But
Yeah,
yes.
no, like, I agree with you there. Like, why would you go through the trouble of building this on small grid? But at the same time, the fact that you can build it on small grid is a little funny. Like, it's
Right.
15 by 15 by 21 blocks on small grid.
New mod installed? No. Currently, world not loadable.
Well, world is loading, and it did load in, but then it errored me out after I'd loaded in because of a connection error.
Right now.
Yeah, it seems like Steam is not happy
Peggy.
today.
Yeah.
for some reason. Which is a shame, but it does happen on occasion.
Yeah. It is known.
It is
But
known.
no, there's like 10 minutes left of stream anyways. So.
Yeah, there's 10 minutes left
probably fine.
of your end of stream, so yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna call it there, at the very least. I'm gonna take that as a sign.
yeah, that's
And also,
fair.
I don't really necessarily want to, like, have people hanging around while I attempt to debug this, so...
Yeah, honestly, it's not your thing to debug. It's Steam. It's Steam's problem. They're the ones that need to fix it. Okay, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. Thank you, Innocuous Deviant, for the follow. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and then I'm gonna be
for the raid there. And for Nick, who subbed earlier with very much Russell Pride, my next stream will be on the Saturday with the Carousel, playing some random games with the patrons at patreon.com/lying. Then on Tuesday, I'm back for some programming action with Building Blocks, where we are pretty much exclusively down to doing artwork for the next Various Oddities version. So, it'll be nice. And then I'll be back on the Thursday for more of probably, hopefully, more stable this.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Like unless the other World of Madness members decide to hang around and play something, this is probably what we'll end
One
up
of them
playing.
is extremely busy, and the other one currently has COVID. But yes.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we're still, like, we may have vaccine rollout on the millions now, but we're still working on firewall protection for that, so gotta be careful.
Yeah. But yeah. In the meantime, everybody, since Lang is going to, well, I say going to bed, but I know what you'll like. You can go and check out Lang over on Twitch and YouTube and Patreon and all of that good stuff. They should have all of the things. They have all the things. Go check out all the things that Lang has. In the meantime,
including I also have videos over at youtube.com/lyingtube.
Yes, and other content over on patreon.com/lying. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to go grab myself a new cup of tea, grab myself some biscuits, and then we will be back with some V-Rising, because I feel
because you can't help yourself.
Because I can't help myself. Yes, that is exactly why. I cannot deny that. But yeah, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thank you, Lying, for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my end of the stream. Yeah.
And I shall, as ever, catch you next time.
Bye. Okay.